Welcome to the Gay Pod!
Welcome to the Gay Pod.
So much has happened, I think, since the last episode.
Yeah.
The Grammys!
The Grammys!
You lead this conversation.
Oh my god. I lead this conversation. What? Okay, so the Grammys was 2 days ago from when we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the Grammys. I was sitting my ass down at the TV. I watched all 4 hours of that.
More than the Oscars, do you think?
Yeah, honestly.
Woo!
I think I just consumed more music this past year than I did like movies. So
yeah.
I think that's why. I listened to like all of those albums.
I was gonna say, overall though, do you still prefer the Grammys to the Oscars? I think the Grammys is a more exciting show to watch. This is my first year watching it because Maddie didn't make me, but Maddie was like, we're going to talk about this on the pod. So I was like, yeah, I should probably do my homework. But I was entertained. Yeah. Like watching the Oscars, I just kind of boo. Like I just kind of wait for them to announce the thing.
Yeah. I guess that's the cool thing about the Grammys is like, okay, so the difference is they only show 9 categories being won on like the TV show, and then the rest is like performances and the memorial, and then like, you know, the host's intro. But so I was like watching it live here, and Antonio was streaming, so I was like live updating him basically.
I was watching it on my Twitch stream because I was like, I could play a video game, but honestly, like the Grammys are exciting. They were taking over all my feed, so I was like, I might as well just stream this content. Got a lot of really interesting bits and audio clips. I reacted to Abracadabra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
that
God.
shit was crazy.
We're so bad.
We're
so bad.
That is when I shuffle my Spotify now, that's the first song I play, and then I hit shuffle.
It's so good. Lady Gaga, you are everything. Also, Miss Doechii won Best Rap Album of the Year. Actually, I recorded myself my live reaction.
We'll put that in right here.
Let me show you. Where is it? This is pissing me off. It was literally like 2 days ago.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's right here.
I was like, did you set up your camera and think you were recording, but you didn't hit play?
Here are the nominees for Best Rap Album.
I love Cardi B.
She's crazy.
I love her. J. Cole's still around? Your face. Ew. Fuck Eminem. That's my girl.
Yeah.
No. You could tell Cardi B wanted her to be the winner too. Me.
And then I just rap.
Correct. Basu. Turns out the girl was really a dude. So I think I will start this conversation off by Maddie was like, you should make a list of like who you want nominated and who you think is going to win, but who you want to win. And I was like, as I like sat down and I was making the list out, I literally was like, wait, I can just sum it up to like 2 words. If they're black and if they're a woman, I want them to win. So like, if they're not black, but they're a woman, I'm happy. If they're black and a woman, I'm extra happy that they won. I didn't want to see a man win anything except for Kendrick Lamar, and he won. So that was literally my whole thing, is like, even just looking at all the stuff, nobody else would I even consider. The fact that what's his name won a Grammy, by the way.
What's his name? Oh.
Yeah. I'm not even going to say it. You're not getting anything from me. So take this as you will, but you know what I mean. You know who I'm talking about. Boo. Yeah. Yeah, those are my... Who did you have like a bracket? What did you do?
I made like who I wanted to win and who I thought was going to win list, and it was pretty accurate. Actually not at all. A couple here and there. I obviously picked Doechii for best rap album. I put Kendrick for best record of the year and for song of the year, but I also put I kind of cheated. I put like 2 for who I thought was gonna win. I either thought it was gonna be Kendrick or Billy. Like
For record of the year.
Record of the year and song of the year, but he took both. Beyonce, I did not see that coming, but I love it.
Yeah. I think that I'm happy that she won, and you could argue that it was a long time coming, because I'm not going to lie, when Lemonade didn't win, I was like, and I wasn't even really a Beyonce like super fan at that time. I just remember looking at the list of music and then seeing Lemonade on that list. I was like, this makes sense. So I hope she wins album of the year, because like, I remember that night got me into Beyonce because it was because I really wanted to see what the short film was that she was doing. Because I was like, this is the first time I've heard of an artist releasing like a whole movie of all their songs, like a visual album. Yeah. That was the first time I'd ever heard of that. And that's when I was like, oh, she's like a visionary. Like learning how hands-on she is and stuff, especially with Renaissance. And even with Cowboy Carter, I'm like, okay, so she's not just like, I go in the studio, we sing, we mix it, and then we pop it out. She's like, we're having 9 production meetings to make sure everyone gets the vibe that we're going for here. As a Virgo, I think would. But I was really happy when she won Album of the Year. Honestly, when I saw the category for country album, I was like, dude, like there wasn't a lot of heavy hitting country music that came out. I also don't move in that space.
I was gonna say,
but I think that, again, it's like the history that I know of, like, she went to the Country Music Awards, tried to perform, everyone gave her shit for it, so much so that then she made a country album that had pretty much every still living country legend participate on it, and then dropped it, and it was still really good. So I guess it felt like if anything else would have won country album, I would have been disappointed, because then I would have felt like how I feel with the Oscars, and like it's rigged. Yeah. Like, she didn't bid the most money on winning best country album, so she's not gonna get it.
Yeah. I also love that, like, as she had like legends on her album, she also had a lot of like up and coming stars, which is really cool, like Ryan Beatty.
Blackbird. That rendition of Blackbird is crazy.
Insane.
Yeah. So I was really happy when she won. Like I said, I was happy when for a lot of the categories too, you were probably in this position where I was like, everyone I want to be in here is in this category.
Yeah. Everybody, honestly, like the whole best new artist thing, any of the women in that category could have won, and I would have been happy.
Yeah.
I think that whole category was just stacked. Like, you had Chapel, who obviously won, Sabrina, Doechii, Ray. Oh my God, Ray is insane.
I did listen to that performance, and although I didn't enjoy the music, her vocals are fucking crazy. Oh my
God, she's crazy.
The one thing I loved is the microphones were on this year.
Yeah.
Like, they were on, in my opinion, maybe a little too on. Because I don't know why, whenever I'm watching someone perform live and I can hear them like breathe like a human being, I go, that's not like the song. But no, it was the only performance I don't think I liked was that one guy.
Benson Boone.
No. It was like, you could literally tell he felt insecure with the fact that he had a tearaway outfit reveal, so he did like a flip.
No, that's like what he's known for. He is like the flipping man. Like, that is what this guy is known
Okay, so then
for.
he should become a gymnast. That's crazy work.
Like, he sings and flips on stage. That's his whole shtick.
Cool.
I agree, though. I wasn't fancy of him.
Maybe you should focus more on the singing part.
Oh, okay. Let's not rip into his voice because
I'm not ripping into his voice. I'm just saying, like,
you said the singing part.
yeah, like,
He's got a great voice.
yeah, but
The
like,
lyrics and
just stand still and belt and sing. I don't need to see you. Like, nobody even this year when they were performing did it. Well, Doechii got flipped upside down, but
Yeah.
she didn't do that herself. She got rotated. I don't know. Like, just doing a front flip seems crazy. Like, it's giving like drag queen, like drag race queen lip sync finale. A girl scared she's gonna go home, so she does a flip.
No, literally.
Yeah.
No, but that's his whole shtick. He's just made it his thing. I just think it's really silly. Also, I saw on
The one half of the tearaway that didn't work. Ugh.
yeah, that was
Sent me. I was so
damn,
mad.
I was like, come on, time it right.
Yeah.
No, but can't fucking remember what I was gonna say. God damn it. God damn it.
Well, I think that huh?
No.
Oh. I heard I sharted and I was like,
Oh,
what?
gosh darn it.
No, for my first ever Grammys, this was a gag. I think Lady Gaga also just announcing new music in the middle of it was crazy. Stream Abracadabra. Cadabra. So good. There was a moment when I was watching the Grammys when I was like, oh, everybody in that bitch is fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
except for some of the people who have stayed sober and want to remain sober. Like, so the way some people were acting up in there, I was like, imagine like going to a place like that and just doing a bunch of drugs and drinking with a bunch of people who can sing really well. It'd be crazy.
Party.
It'd be like party. It'd be like it's like if the theater kids at the Denny's were good.
Yeah, literally.
Was there a favorite performance that you had of the night?
I mean, obviously Doechii.
Yeah.
I think, oh my god, she's just crazy.
Doechii.
Doechii and then Chapel. Chapel's was really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Charlie's was a lot of fun though.
Charlie. How could I forget about Charlie?
And Quinn was on stage. That was so fun. No, anything where you start off stage and come on stage, they knew they ate. And I think like the panties falling from the sky was crazy.
Yeah,
it just looked like a party I wanted to be a part of. Walk with me here.
Okay.
Think about more you want to say about the Grammys while trying to pay attention to me, but walk with me here. Oh my god, they're here. No.
Sorry, like 2 more. Okay.
She really wants attention.
Yeah, she does.
Like, girl, you're in a closet.
She's
like,
a
we
girl.
know.
Yeah.
I partially kind of wished there was a little bit more from Chapel Roan's performance. But I'm only saying that because in comparison to the night one, like, I thought that one was, I still think that one's my favorite. Good luck, babe.
Yeah, because it's like D&D shit, bro.
No, but like the production value overall, like the shooting the fire arrow was sick. Like, even though I saw how they did it, it was still really cool. I think like the costumes for that were also really great. I think that the fake gate prop was cool, and I think it fit the song really well. Pink Pony Club made sense. I just could have seen, because the song's about like a gay bar, I just could have seen, I got the vision of like we're taking a horse and we're moving to where the Pink Pony Club is and we're going out west. Like, I got that part. I thought it was really cute when they were all running in place and chasing the horse with the flags and they were moving like in the wind. I thought it was great because it's essentially an army of clowns following Chapel wherever she goes. It was awesome. But my vision of that was like, damn, it would have been cool if they did kind of like a fun house from Grease moment where like the Pink Pony Club is like her, because you could also have it like where she's moving through different rooms of a gay club and the different rooms have different effects. Like she spins around at one point, she takes a stripper pole down. Like I think, and calling this fun house the Pink Pony Club, I think could have been really cool. I loved the big horse, but when I was like, it's a big horse. And then when I saw what other performers were doing with the set, like when Doechii had the stage fucking moving, like especially with those elements going up and down. And then there were other performers that had other things happening on the stage. But I think mostly it was seeing Doechii's performance and how much went into that, where I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I know she can and also because the music video for Pink Pony Club takes place in that bar, I just think it would have been like a cool way to elevate that idea a little bit more. And especially with the clowns, it could have been fun and it would have looked cool with like silhouetted clowns in different rooms, but like still partying and having a good time. Chapel, hit me up. I got a vision for you, girl. Like, I see what you're trying to do and I would like to be a part of it. But that was my walk with me. That was the only thing. And it was literally only after I saw everyone else's performances where I was like, fuck, like someone just set her up with a big horse. Like, shit, bro. Like, someone could have, like, I almost feel like she was did dirty. But I don't know how much of this she planned.
I feel like she probably planned all of it.
Okay, then I'm sorry.
I don't know. I see your vision, but I also just loved her vision of the campy, like, that's so her, all the clowns, the big colors, like the big whore, like, it was all...
The big whore?
The big whores. It was all just so Chapel and kind of like what we know, and I think it just reiterated, like, she is like a drag queen, she is like... This is big and fun and campy for her. And it's like, I do really like the idea of a fun house. And I think she should definitely steal that. Like, very Grease style. That would be so fucking cool if you could, like, build a stage and, like, have, like, 3 rooms and you, like, run down. I don't know. But I don't know. I think it was very her. I loved it. But I love Chapel.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, regardless, I got to see Chapel sing a song. I know Pink Pony Club was a big deal.
No, I will take no slander on that song.
No, and this is not me slanderizing it, but like, Good Luck Babe would have been really hot. I wish
Grammys is like an I made it moment, and I think Pink Pony Club was like a big I make it song for her. Like, I made it song.
If I could rewrite history, I would take her performance. I think it was at like MTV or the MTV Awards or something. The one where she was doing the nights.
The medieval one.
I would take that and I would have made that her Grammys performance. Also just because both songs are fun to sing along with, but like, man, Good Luck Babe is kind of like, whereas Pink Pony Club is like queer joy, Good Luck Babe is like queer spite. And I kind of love, but I love that. That's because that song I think is like, it's my favorite to sing. If I had a choice between singing Pink Pony Club and Good Luck Babe, I would sing Good Luck Babe. At karaoke.
Interesting. I love Pink Pony Club.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm saying yeah because I love it, but like...
No, I get your side.
Yeah.
I get it. I think Good Luck Babe is fucking...
I think if we... But
don't get me wrong.
I think it's because if we went on Spotify and looked at which song I played more, I think I played Good Luck Babe more. Just because like it's such a good belt in the shower song. Come on. The way it starts too. And it's so much fun to like role play. Like that's all I'm saying. Anyway, what do you have to say about the Grammys?
No, I thought it was really good. I was really happy with all the wins and nominations, especially just artists being recognized. And yeah, I love music. That's all.
I think this year was the year where I've consumed the most music and listened to the most albums all the way through. I think all the popular ones anyway, the like mainstream popular ones. And honestly, if I had to have my album of the year, I hate to say it, but it really is Cowboy Carter, like not to be cliche. And you want to know why I think it's a triumph that I listen to Cowboy Carter all the way through is because on disc 2 on the reverse side, there are a lot of slower songs that I don't skip. I think the song is just called Daughter. Whoa. When she starts singing like operatic to that Italian, do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, thinking about it just gave me chills on the back of my neck. The first time I heard that, I was like, and that's where I was, again, it was an album made out of spite, which is why I think I like it a lot more, because you can tell she literally was like, fuck y'all, and just did everything. She literally, like, the last couple of years with her albums has just been unloading, like, everything she has.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool because each time I've listened to one of the new albums, I get surprised because I'm like, I didn't think she was going to do that. Like her singing opera, for example. Yeah. Her getting Dolly Parton's permission to do Jolene. I'm not going to say that on edited air, but if you lock eyes with me, there's one song on that album where sometimes I think, is this better than the original one?
Fair argument.
Do you know which song I'm talking about?
Possibly. I think so.
Starts with a J.
Oh, no. That's really crazy. I don't know.
The quiet in this room was crazy. I only saw Maddie's face. Nothing else existed in that moment. That was crazy. Every time I say that, I get that cockeyed like Kill Bill. Like I get that every time I say that, but that's just because. That's why I'm saying it takes a lot for me to think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I really think it just is like, maybe it's because the song starts with a foreword essentially by Dolly Parton, essentially kind of giving like the okay to do this, where I'm just like, she didn't have to do that, but she did. That's kind of a fucking flex. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like having Dolly Parton come on to your cover of Jolene and be like, like, Cowboy Carter, Honeybee, you got your own Jolene. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, this isn't just Jolene. This is Jolene with a forward by Dolly Parton. Like, what the fuck? Because she also doesn't emerge from her cave. She doesn't emerge from Dollywood for nothing. Like, she can only be contacted by fax.
Is that true?
Yes! She doesn't have a cell phone.
I want to be like her.
That's what I'm saying. So Beyonce got on that fax machine and said, girl, is it okay if I do Jolene? So
I love that.
Yeah.
Slay.
Cowboy Carter's stream Cowboy Carter. Black country music. Love to see it.
Yeah, it's a great album. I think it definitely deserved album of the year. It wasn't. It wouldn't be my.
You think? Do you think it did? Because even I sometimes am like, I'm happy she won, but I look at the other girls in that category and I go, we were so close.
I know, but here's the thing is it's like all those other albums were so similar. How could you pick one of those when Cowboy Carter was so different? I mean, okay, Andre 3000 was it completely out of like left field.
Yeah.
Like it was all instrumental. I loved it. I don't think it ever had a chance.
No, I think it was like hey, Andre 3000 exists.
Yeah,
love you, Andre 3000.
It's
but
fucking great.
Yeah.
I got to see him at Flogna, and he did like a all, like instrumental, like on the fly. What do they call that? Fucking He just made that shit up.
He
on the fly.
he riffed on the spot.
Yeah, literally. It was so sick.
You've been
cut off. What does he say? He's like, the side effects of medical marijuana, folks. You've been cut off.
I love
Pitch Perfect.
Yeah. Pitch Perfect.
But yeah, I think no, all those like Chapel, Sabrina, Billy, all very pop driven albums. The Jacob Collier. I actually didn't listen to that one at all, but
I don't even know who the fuck that is. Sorry, girl.
He's like this crazy musical genius, but why people don't super love him is because he's so crazy technical with the music. People just think the music that he comes out just sounds so basic for what he knows. And it's like,
you have to serve cunt nowadays. If you don't have any level of cunt, it's over.
Yeah. I can't remember the other albums that were nominated off the top of my head, but yeah, I don't know. I think Beyonce's stood out there.
And also, isn't it crazy? And I think why some of the girls are mad is because I think if Beyonce had won Album of the Year any of those other times, then it wouldn't have been then this year it wouldn't have felt as important if she would have won. But because the woman has literally been in this industry for how long and doesn't have one already, it's kind of crazy. Like, I think that and I don't like the seniority idea. Like, I don't like that. But to me, I think that her music has been so influential. The fact that she hasn't won one before this is kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy she finally got one. And especially when she shook up the genre like that, what is really cool, is better than if, I don't know, like, I'm also sad Chromacopia was barely anywhere.
I don't know if it was qualified for this run of Grammys or if it's 2026. I don't know. I don't know that. Because it was right at the end.
I know, but I think it should have counted. Because I really need that to start.
I'm really glad that it wasn't, because that it would have been going up against Doechii.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of, it's not that it's fun, but isn't that kind of like two baddies made it to the top?
Yeah, but I want both baddies to win. The fuck?
I know. Double crown.
Yeah, literally.
Double crowning at the Grammys. No, but if it does go to next year, I'd be happy with that too, just because but Mayhem might shake it up next year, because the two songs we've gotten from this Lady Gaga album so far, really good. Listen to Disease again, and I was like, wait, I might have slept on this.
Yeah, no, me too.
Also, the music videos for both are really good. Oh, bro. So good. The music video is so good. I was actually thinking about, what was your favorite music video of the year?
Oh, that's a great question. Tyler's video for Chromacopia, whatever song that was, Saint Chroma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one was really good.
That's not the one with Ayo in it, is it?
Oh no, that one was really good too.
Yeah. Shit. Even though she was in it for 2 seconds, that acting was so Tyler the Creator coded, it was crazy.
No, that was really good. I'm trying to think what else. Brain fart. What about you?
The first one that I could think of that I kept rewatching over and over and over again, because in my opinion it was very well shot and everything about it just got me hype and fired everything on all cylinders, was Guess featuring Guess by Charlie XCX featuring Billie Eilish. That music video is so fucking fun. Like, and I was thinking about it in the shower today. The reason that music video is fun is because it sounds like where you would first hear Charlie XCX.
Totally.
Like in a house party with an at-home DJ. Yes. And also just captures the essence, like, first of all, of the song, but I also think of Charlie as a person. And also, all of the stuff got donated to victims of abuse, which is super great. Essentially having Billie Eilish come on your song after she just released an album saying that she was gay, and having this, like, sort of fun, like, queerbaity positive in a way thing of, like, flirting with Charlie XCX. And I just think overall Panty Mountain, like, as a concept is crazy. And I just think it was a song where, first of all, we didn't think I never saw these two people collabing ever.
Well, Billie specifically said, like, she's like, I don't want to collab with artists. Like, I don't want...
Because the last time she collabed, I think, was with Khalid?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right.
And...
Damn.
Yeah. So... I think that she just was like, I don't want to do that again. Because I think no, it's featuring Khaled, isn't it? It's It's not featuring Billie Eilish.
I
don't know.
Can't remember.
But yeah, that music video is really good.
The Birds of a Feather one is really good.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
It's just so Billie.
Practically, yeah. Oh, Chihiro. Yeah, dude.
Wait, yes.
Yeah,
I was like, wait. I can't remember if I watched it.
Chihiro was lit. Loved it. I also love that. Might be my favorite song off of "Hit Me Hard" and "Falling Softly."
Yes.
I just think it's really great.
That's a great song.
It's like old Billie, but good. No. That sounds fucked up. It's like old Billie, but it's elevated, especially if you understand the name of the song. Because, am I about to explain a music thing to you?
Yeah.
Gag. Okay, not saying that I don't explain this, but usually Maddie is the one to explain this stuff to me. Chihiro is the name of the main character in Spirited Away.
Oh.
And the song, I think, is about how you can lose yourself in abusive relationships. And the gag is that when you give someone in Spirited Away, if you've never seen it, first of all, go watch Spirited Away, because if you don't like anime, that movie will change your mind. Literally, like, the perfect fairy tale story. Like, I will not hear anything else. Like, it's essentially The Labyrinth, but animated. But were you looking at the camera to make sure it's still recording?
Is it fucking recording?
I think so. I see a red thing.
We're cooking. Okay, sorry.
But when it's kind of like when you get into these relationships and you give... Oh, sorry. So in the movie, when Chihiro needs to work to save her parents at this spa for ghosts and spirits, she signs her name away, and her friend that is helping her through this journey essentially tells Chihiro that, like, names are really powerful, and when you start giving yours away to other people, like, you can start losing your identity and who you are. And so I think the reason Billie named the song that is because it talks about an abusive relationship and how you can lose who you are navigating that. And if I remember the lyrics correctly, that's a lot of it has to do with that idea of, like, losing yourself in bad relationships and how you can be a completely different person by the end of it. Kind of like at the end of Spirited Away, Chihiro she's more mature as a character and she's more willing and accepting of change. Whereas in the beginning, she had change thrust upon her because her parents turned into pigs. What's up?
I've never seen Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. It's that girl, not to turn this into we need to, like, put a little graphic up that, like, flashes big on the screen. That's like Tonio's about to talk about a movie. Spirited Away was a movie that when you watch anime, there are going to be people that are, like, talking to you about anime movies, and Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, these movies are going to be brought up because they're Miyazaki movies, and Miyazaki is one of the best directors of animated movies of all time. Hails from Japan. has told heartbreaking stories, has told amazing stories, has told really lore complex stories, like is a very talented writer and artist, and his mind is just a place where it's like Labyrinth adjacent. Like the fantasy is operating at such a high level that it makes you want to live in these worlds that he creates. Spirited Away tells the story of a girl who is moving to her new hometown, and one day her parents take a detour and find an old abandoned theme park, but what they don't know is that at night that theme park becomes a resting place for spirits and gods and all types of spirits, essentially, like yokai, which is the Japanese version of like urban legends and stuff like that. They all go to this theme park to hang out and chill. And because it's so tucked away on this like isolated mountaintop, it gives the most serene and beautiful imagery. The imagery inside this like huge spa bathhouse where these ghosts go to relax is so cool, and the visual from the outside is beautiful. The music is one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. It is probably one of my favorite soundtracks in a movie of all time, just because the music has this like feeling of nostalgia and childhood wonder, and when I think about it, it is just like it's one of those things where like I would play this song at my funeral. Like it's great. The movie is awesome, and it is without a doubt like one of my top 10 movies of all time, I'd have to say. And I didn't see it until I went to UNLV.
Damn.
But I'd always heard about Miyazaki movies because a lot of kids, my dad included, were like raised on these movies. They also tell really important stories about like World War II and the effect that, you know, that had on Japan. There's a really heartbreaking movie called Grave of the Fireflies that it's one of those ones where it's so sad you watch it one time and you're like, too much. Yeah. And it's about the bombings in Hiroshima and stuff like that, so you already know it's gonna get hard. Okay, it's over. Tony, talking about movie time is over. But yeah, you should check out Spirited Away. I don't even know how we got there, but Chihiro.
Billy, yep.
Yeah. Is there another music video that I really liked that came out this year? Well, if we're counting this year as 2025, Abracadabra. Yeah, we're so bad.
It's good. So good.
Yeah, I am such a big fan of the pushing the camera and having it go to a different, pushing it back and forth. So
it's
good.
It's giving TikTok, but like in the
in
best
a good way. Yeah. And it feels like, I don't know, I want to hear about your experiences with Lady Gaga when I'm done, but like it feels like when I was 9 or 10 years old and I found a music video I found Bad Romance and I found Judas, and I listened and watched both those music videos at such a young age, and there's a reason why I kept rewatching them, and I didn't know what it was, but I just was innately like, I had this feeling of like, I fuck with this, and I don't think other people do. Like at a young age, I knew that me liking Lady Gaga was different because I knew I was scared to show it to other people because I was like, they're going to think it's a weird sex thing, or like they're going to think it's inappropriate. But I think Abracadabra it brought me back to that feeling of like, I fuck with this in a way that I don't know if other people are going to feel the same way. And just the heightened levels of artistry. And honestly, Lady Gaga had to have been my first exposure to drag, like as a concept of like doing a character and then your person being entirely different. You're doing this persona and then your actual person being entirely different is super cool. Yeah, what do you think?
Oh my god, I love Lady Gaga. I feel like the same boat. Like I feel like every like queer kid like found Lady Gaga in like 2010 to 2012 and was like, who is this fucking goddess? I think the first time I remember listening to Lady Gaga was in my babysitter, shout out Liz.
Shout out Liz!
In the back of her car. She drove this like little white, like almost like Fiat thing. It was like so tiny. There was always like stuff in her trunk, and she was like, sorry guys, and we're like, it doesn't fucking matter. But she always would play the best music, and I remember being like, oh my god, this song fucking slaps, and it was Born This Way.
Mine was Bad Romance.
That's a good one. I love Bad Romance.
Revenge, you and me. Well, the music video is also great.
Ugh, yes.
When she's standing like this and it's all the floating jewels and people are bidding for her. When she lights that dude on fire in the bed. Well,
so
also,
good.
The Judas music video is really good too, with all those guys. And it's kind of like the same thing as Abracadabra, where she's playing this character who is standing up in this high tower watching all these people. And when she's singing Judas, they like slam themselves into the ground and they're like, oh, oh. Like, it's crazy. Also, like a lot of like half naked men dancing. So duh.
I love that.
Also, like the Bad Romance music video is crazy because she's playing this character, this like robot lady, and like her eyes are huge. And as a kid, I was like, are her eyes really that big? I'm gonna be honest, like I wasn't maybe it's because people kept associating it with me, but I hated Born This Way.
Oh, it like, I actually take it back. I think it was Bad Romance that I heard in the car with Liz, because Born This Way was the one that I saw when I started watching Glee.
Oh,
they covered that, and I was like,
the Glee episode with Bad Romance where they did the Lady Gaga cover was really good. Kurt ate that up.
oh my god, I love Glee. I could talk about Glee for hours, but yeah, when they did Born This Way, I think that was the one where they had all the shirts that was like did you ever watch Glee?
I watched the first season on Netflix on my Wii. If that tells you how old like I was when I made that decision. But that was also the age where I started, because we had access to Netflix, and Netflix was like a streaming service at that point. I had access. I watched the first 2 seasons of Glee, and then I was like, this show's kind of fucking stupid. As soon as they were trying to do the storyline where he got her pregnant through a hot tub. Is that season 1 or is that season 2?
I think that's season 1. I can't remember that.
It has to be the tail end of season 2 then.
Yeah.
Because I remember getting through 2 seasons. I just remember at some point the camp, and I didn't know what camp was at that age, but I just thought the camp was too much for me. I thought it was stupid, not funny. I don't even think I'd watch Glee now. I just go on YouTube and type in Glee compilation, and that's how I watch Glee.
No, that's so real.
Are you going to tell me... I'm going to tell you one thing. Are you going to tell me to believe in myself? No. What does she say? There's only one person who can tell you what to do with your life. Me? No. Me. Sue. Queen. And then when Nene Leakes came on that show, whoa, the slay.
That was so funny.
But then on Netflix, like I started watching anime because it was available. Dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, I just feel like if I can get into an anime, I can convince other people to get in. Like, I know, like, if there's an anime that I like, I could talk you into watching it and maybe liking a little bit of it. I think the last one we tried was Castlevania, but Castlevania fucks, okay? Because you just have to watch it as, like, Curse of Strahd, the animated show.
I know. That's, yeah, that's cool.
But Soul Eater? Yo. So, do you know what Soul Eater is?
No idea.
I thought of the episode title for this, by the way. Soul Eater is an anime that when we're done here, I'm going to show you the opening title sequence to Soul Eater because it fucks. Like it was one of those things where as a kid, I was like, okay, let's see what this is. Soul Eater. It looks cool. Turned it on. And from the fucking second the opening song started, I was locked in. I binged that entire show. Soul Eater it takes place in a universe kind of adjacent to ours, but there is a giant school that trains kids to fight with weapons, But the gag is that their weapons are people. So you're considered a Meister if you use a weapon. And that weapon is like your partner. You guys work together as a team and you work to eliminate evil that's happening. So like the first episode, they have a really fun character that they're saying is Jack the Ripper. It's not. It's this evil demon guy. And the way the whole thing works is every creature has a soul. The weapons eat bad souls. And that's kind of like their treat for like helping and participating in eliminating evil. Evil likes to kill people to eat their souls, and it's like the more souls you have, the stronger you are. And you need to like pass your entrance thing. You need your weapon needs to eat 99 souls, and then on the 100th soul, Death, who is a character in this show, can level up your weapon and make you guys stronger, and you get like the seal of approval. It's your typical like duo team, like navigating through like a school structure, and there's other students that are also participating in this thing, but then, oh god, there's a big evil that's secretly making things harder than they should be. And it was the first time I was introduced to what is called a shonen anime, which is like the arc of a shonen anime is the same across. Like I can watch Soul Eater, and Soul Eater has the same arc as My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia has the same arc as like Naruto, where good guys versus bad guys, monster of the week, big villain fight, multiple arcs. The show can keep going. Like, but this one is good because it tells a story and then stops, which is great. We haven't had a new season since the original season aired in like 2010 or something like that. Got me into anime, and it's just cool. Like, especially as a show, as for like a 10-year-old boy. Yeah. People turn into weapons and they fight monsters. Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
And the main character is a girl. So it's like,
hell yeah.
And she's badass. Shout out Maka. You're a real one. Hunter Schafer dressed up as her for Halloween one year. It was hot. Shout out Maka. Shout out, I think his name is Soul. Maka and Soul is a scythe.
Oh, slay.
Yeah. Her dad is Death's weapon.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, like it's like trying to explain.
That's got layers.
Yeah, layers, mama, layers. Death has a son named Kid Death who's also a student, and he has two cowboy twin girls who are two pistols that he uses to fight, but he shoots them upside down with his pinkies. Like it's small details like that in anime that make it cool. But okay, sorry. Sorry. I hate that this podcast is me talking most of the time. Do you have anything else to talk about? It's okay.
I wrote down random thoughts. That I had today.
You lead something now.
Okay. I just had a random thought. I don't really watch Survivor, so I guess it's not, and I don't think you do either.
I've watched enough.
Yeah, like they do the challenges. Like
there's a YouTube channel I watch where like he'll pick really niche parts in Survivor history and like do a 30-minute exposition on it. It's like there's a video, like a 40-minute video about one of the worst tribes to ever be on Survivor, which is funny, but continue.
No, my question was, who do we think would be on Survivor longer? Who would survive Survivor longer?
You
think so?
I am too loud. I am too buddy. I am too hot-headed, I think. And I think people would, it's kind of like in Blood on the Clock Tower. Like you've seen us play those games, like, because I naturally like tell the truth and I don't really give a fuck about what other people think. And that game sometimes relies on being secretive and like laying out like a master plan. I think ultimately you would go a lot farther than me. I don't think you would win, but I think you would go a lot farther than me because you can blend in the background more. And it's going to get to a point where someone's going to be like, well, Maddie, what do you do? And you're going to be like, here. And they're going to be like,
You're saying I would be a floater?
yes.
Oh, bitch. I wouldn't float. That's the whole point of going to play the game. It's time to play the game.
No, you'd be a goat. You'd be brought all the way to the end.
And then you think they're going to sacrifice me?
Because they know you're not going to win. Yeah. Because you're nice and because you would genuinely help in the challenges. And I think the only thing I think you could get slipped up on is if you were unknowingly a part of like a backstab and you didn't know it. And someone would point at you and say, well, you knew about this. And you'd be like, I just said yes to whatever. And they'd be like, so you're flippy floppy. And then it would be over for you.
Yeah, I really would. Because that's how I play Blood on the Clock Tower. I'm good until I get caught. And then I'm like...
I'm kind of the same way. That's why I think I would get voted out. Is because I think that the minute I would try to do a plan, I'd get sniffed out.
Here's what I think. Okay. Also, because I had the same question for Big Brother. Like, who do you think would be in Big Brother longer?
I think you and I could make it a far way in Big Brother.
Dude, I think we could fucking kill it if we were a duo in Big Brother.
I think if you got sent home, I would just voluntarily go home. Because I'm not going to lie. The people that play these games, right, first of all, are insufferable. Like, they get cast for a reason.
Yes.
And same thing with Survivor. Like, I'm not a mega fan of Survivor, so I'd get kicked off.
Yeah.
Like, there are going to be people who are going to be operating on a level that I don't even know exists. Because even when I watch the show...
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, in this Survivor's history, like, this thing was hidden here, and like, I'm gonna pull a big fucking plan that was seen in season 67, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just here eating bugs.
No,
I don't know, like.
Okay, here's what my case. I think you would make it further on Survivor, and I think I would make it further on Big Brother.
You would make it further on Big Brother.
So I think
people would get sick of my ass.
I think Survivor leans. And granted, I haven't seen the show in a long time, but those like clues to find that hidden amulets and the stuff for the games, like, you are good. You are a game player. You know how to think ahead most of the time. You're like thinking of that shit. You're challenging it. I don't.
Well, we're also forgetting the like main part here, which is like being outside in the raw elements.
True. I don't think either of us.
No.
I don't know how to spark a fire.
No.
I don't know.
I would be the personality hire of the group. That's why I'd be first out.
Pick some berries, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They might be poisonous. I don't know.
No, I think you would kill it on Big Brother because, again, you're nice and you're sociable, and I think you wouldn't know if you were a part of some nefarious shit, and people would be like, she didn't know. Oh my God, that's so fucked up that they like manipulated you like that. And you'd be like, I know. I think that I would Trisha Paytas out. I'd be like, you need to get me the fuck out of here. I would Tiffany Pollard out. I'd be like, and I think it's because you don't, and kind of like with Survivor, like, at least in Survivor, they give you tasks to, like, you have to give food, you have to give fire, you have to get firewood, like, you have to build camp. Like, there's things to do. Big Brother, y'all are just sitting around a house waiting for them to tell you to do something. And
well, and then that's where the social game comes in. You have to play. Every moment is a social game because they have those 24-hour cameras.
You know, and I know that I would be tired of it. Like, someone would, like, I'd be sitting trying to do something, and either some fuck ass producer on the television or on the thing is going to be like, Antonio, get up and go participate. And I'd be like, fuck you. Or I'd be trying to chill and just like eat a bowl of cereal, and like some shifty ass motherfucker with their hood all the way up and pulled tight and sunglasses walks up to me and is like, so what do you think? And I'd be like, I think you need to leave me alone. I think who I vote for is my business, and I think that if you're trying to con me, I'm going to vote for you.
You would be the Mary Cosby of Big Brother.
Well, because it's like, I trust who I'm going to trust. Don't come over here like spouting some bullshit about how we're going to get numbers. Like, and then it would just piss me off.
So you don't want anybody to come lobby to you. You just like...
No.
You got your own vote.
You need to know who I'm fucking with. If you know, then you know. Great. And if you suspect that, you know, then you probably know. And if that's a threat to you, then do what you got to do.
So you're just going to be upfront.
Yep.
You're so real.
Like, this is a game. Vote me out if you think you need to vote me out. Either way, I'm going to be mad with how this goes down. So proceed with caution. Keep me in the house and get the cold shoulder for the next 7 weeks, or vote me out right now.
Okay, here's the thing, though. I think that...
I wouldn't say that, though.
No, I think if we went in together, we could play a mad fucking game.
We would be in our own fucking world.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, but not
the yellow screen ended, and we both had a panic attack. Anyway.
No. But I think we would be a killer duo. Like, one, I think it would be fun if we went in and pretend like we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
And then we just Cody and Derek that shit. So Cody and Derek were in season 16, I think. And they made it to final 2. And they, from the beginning, they like just bonded. And they were like, we're fucking brothers. We're sticking to the end. They made it to final 2. We could do that. Hey, so that's fucking rude. Oh my gosh.
Talkies. The fuck?
No, but I really think that we could make it. Like, and then we just like, we stick it out. We are like the glue. Like, I would never fucking backstab you, even if it's in a game. Like, I couldn't do that to my girl. Okay, if it's for final 2, like, no, I would never.
I don't want to play the game with Maddie anymore.
No, but like, we would kill that.
I think so. I think I would have a lot of fun regardless. I think I'd be like, this crafty food is really good, guys.
Yeah, but unless on Big Brother, sometimes you gotta eat slop.
Yeah, sometimes on Big Brother, they put a fucking dunce cap on you for 72 hours.
They said, fuck you, eat this sludge and
the
nothing
one
else.
challenge I don't know if I'd be able to do is the endurance one, where they like put you on a wall or whatever, and you guys gotta stay there. No.
I'm dropping.
Yeah, same. I'll get early out.
The one that I think would be most fun, you don't really watch Big Brother like that, right?
The one season I watched was stupid. Yeah. So Bash and I were like, we're never watching this again.
No, that's real.
It was the one with Sari and her son.
Yeah, it was not.
That season was horrible.
Not a fun season.
I don't know what it is with reality game shows, getting rid of all the fun people first and leaving the strategists to the end. But like, I'm over that. I'm over people knowing how these things work. I would rather people naively stumble their way to the win and get a win than like... I think that's the problem with these shows now, though, with like Survivor and Big Brother, is there are so many people who know how to play the game that it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. And I think we both have like just enough knowledge of the game that it would make it fun, but not like something where we would strategize for weeks beforehand. It's just something like, we know the basic premise of it. We could go in and have a fucking great time.
Yeah. And like, when I know I'm getting voted out, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing the fuck out. Like, and I'm serious too, because my least favorite thing on those shows is when someone is mad and they don't do anything about it.
No, real.
You are on camera. You're going to end up in a compilation, so you might as well make it worth it. You might as well try to make your name something so they can bring you back for All Stars or Big Brother. Is that what they call it? Big Brother All Stars?
I don't know if they might have done. Oh, yeah, they did do one of those.
Big Brother, Bigger Brothers. Yeah. Big Brother.
The biggest brother.
Big Brother, the biggest brother. What was I gonna say? No, I think that would be a lot of fun. I think if we also went on the traders, I think we could make it pretty far.
Dude, if we were the traders,
would you tell me if you were a trader?
Well, maybe not.
That might be against the rules, actually.
I feel like that wouldn't, like, I can't tell you, even though you're my girl, like.
Do you think it's against the rules? Probably.
You gotta play the game.
Yeah. You want to know what?
You were literally just like Gabby when she was like, I can't remember who she said, but I think she was like, if Bob's a traitor, like, I don't care. Like, my bias, like, yeah. I still love him.
Yeah, exactly. What was I? No, there was something I was just about to say. Still jaded I never got cast on The Circle. I'm not even gonna front. Crazy.
You played like twice too.
3 times. I marketed myself in 3 different ways. I marketed myself as a regular guy. I marketed myself as like a gamer, and then I marketed myself as gay. So
the final straw.
Gay, yeah. So now I say that they didn't hire me because they're homophobic.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they want a straight edge gay person to be in there, someone who doesn't represent America. No, but hey,
girlies. Hey, Big Brother. Hey, Survivor. Actually, I don't think I'd go on Survivor. I can't do that.
So, yeah, I couldn't do Survivor. I would do Big Brother before I did Survivor.
Me too.
I would do, what other game shows would I do? I would do Deal or No Deal. I think that could be fun.
Oh.
I would love to do Legends of the Hidden Temple.
What's that one?
Oh, I'm going to get to show you. My favorite part about being friends with Maddie is like I get to show her stuff and she loves it. No, that's not true.
Most of the time, yeah.
Before the pod, she's never seen a Final Destination movie. So I showed her the Slay Diva Mary Elizabeth Winstead scene, the roller coaster crash. Homegirl was traumatized, but I think she had a good time.
He was like, I'm specifically going to show this to you now so I don't bring it up on the podcast.
Yeah, that's so funny. No, but Legends of the Hidden Temple was a game show on Nickelodeon in the 90s, and these poor kids, they're in the beginning there's 12 teams, and then they do a challenge, and then a bunch of teams get knocked off, and then there's like 4 teams remaining, and then they do it again, and then there's only 2 teams left, and then they do a bunch of more challenges, and then by the end of the show there's 1 team left of 2 kids, and throughout the game by getting in first place or finishing first, they get pennants or pieces of a pennant. And what it is they get to go through the temple. And usually there's a history lesson as one of the challenges where they get read this story and they have to remember a bunch of things and answer the questions about them to move on. But the temple will have like, oh God, like I'm trying to think of someone that like like they'll have a Benjamin Franklin's fucking key that he got struck with lightning or whatever. And they have to like go and find the key in the temple and bring it back out, and they win a bunch of shit.
Sick.
However, each room in the temple is like its own little escape room, but sometimes there is the bad chance that one of the rooms you go into, there is a fully grown man, shirtless, with a scary mask on, named a temple guard, who will jump scare you, and if you don't have a pennant, they pick you up and carry you out of the thing, or they pull you into the secret door, and then your teammate has to go in and do the thing and try to get out without getting caught. So some of the rooms are booby trapped, and they need those pennants they were collecting to make it in and out. Very rarely did the kids ever, like, only a few completed the temple run, but I would have a great time just being in the little temple, like bringing it back to like the idea of a fun house. But I love a high production value house that has like gimmicky little things and like puzzle elements to it. Like it's just a really cool. I'll show you some of the like clips I'll show you some of the clips when we're done here.
Hell
Closing thoughts. It could be about anything.
I think that wow, we just talked about a lot.
We did.
I think that the Grammys were great, and we should be on game shows.
True. And
maybe not be on game shows, but at least consider us.
Yeah, I'll apply. I've thought about applying for Big Brother a couple times now. Should we film each other's audition tapes? 100 subscribers, and we'll post our audition tapes to Big Brother. I have a closing thought. Thought it up. It's a question for you. Oh. Where were you on January 6th? See how she didn't answer? Okay, bye. It was a good pod episode. do.